Hello, fifth grade. This is Mr. Mirth, and we're going to be doing a review of Lesson 6.1, which we have already covered. You may remember this question. A human heart beats about 3 2/10 million times per month. How would you write 3 2/10 million in standard notation? So we can think of 3 2/10 millions as 3 million and 2/10 of a million. So first, we'll put a 3 in our millions place, here in our place value box. And the 2 is going to be one place to the right of the millions, which is 1/10 the value of the millions place, which would give it a value of 100,000. So we'll put a 2 in the 100,000s place, and then the remaining places we'll put in zeros to hold those places. We'll bring our commas down just to make it a little easier to read. So in standard notation, this is how we would write 3 2/10 millions. 3 in the millions place, 2 in the 100,000s place, and then we have zeros to hold the remaining places. Now, another way to write 3 2/10 million is 3 2/10 times 10 to the 6th power. Now remember, the 10 to the 6th power is written in exponential notation. The raised 6 is the exponent and indicates the number of times the base 10 is used as a factor. For example, 10 to the 6th power would equal 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10 times 10. Since the base is 10, 10 to the 6th power is called a power of 10. So if you look here, we have 3 2/10. If I were to multiply that by 10 one time, each digit would have 10 times the value it currently has. So if I multiply by 10 one time, okay, here you can see our original 3 2/10. The 3 that was in the ones place now is in the tens place, and the 2 that was in the tenths place is in the ones place. If I multiplied by 10 a second time, and then I would put in a 0 to hold that place, multiply by 10 a third time, multiply by 10 a fourth time, multiply by 10 a fifth time, and then multiply by 10 a sixth time. So there again, you can see, and this was the same thing we had in our place value box. We had a 3 in the millions place and a 2 in the 100,000s place. Now, imagine we wanted to multiply a whole number like 3 by a power of 10. Now, earlier, we learned that we could attach the number of zeros indicated by the exponent to the end of the whole number. For example, each 0 we attached showed that we have multiplied by 10 one time. So here we have 3 times 10 to the 2nd power. So we can take our 3 and attach 2 zeros. So it would be 300. Now, does attaching 2 zeros work to multiply 3 2/10 by 10 to the 2nd power? Well, let's take a look. So we'll start with 3 2/10, and then I will attach 2 zeros. So you can see that attaching zeros, the answer is no. 3 2/10 is a decimal, not a whole number. Attaching 2 zeros to 3 2/10 gives 3 200,000, which is exactly the same number as 3 2/10. It is not the same as multiplying 3 2/10 by 10 to the 2nd power. So in this lesson, we'll look for patterns and develop rules like the ones for whole numbers that also work when decimals are multiplied or divided by powers of 10.